Where did you get the information that I'm HIV positive? Russia has actually decided to finish us Africans, or basically Kenyans, from right, left, center. There's so many white people, Italians, Germans. There's so many foreigners who actually come to Kenya to exploit children.
Your ladies, mutaambia watu nini sasa? How are you? I don't understand English. I'm from Russia. I'm from Russia. You? You look beautiful. Come to my place evening. Today we go. Water. Turn around. That's good. I did turn around. That's good. Shoo. Exactly. Was your president Ruto? Mine? Putin. So can I put it? Can I put it? Your president is Ruto. Mine is Putin. Who you Russia?
Guys, where do we start? Kenyan men, I think it's enough. Like, where do we start? Russian guy. You know, it's been trending. Kenyan men, this should be enough. This should be enough of trolling your Kenyan beautiful ladies. Did someone ever tell you like the Kenyan women are like the most beautiful ladies in the world? Why are you trolling us, guys? This should be enough, you know? Why are you putting all your eggs in one basket? It's not making sense. It's not making sense in any way whatsoever. I know like some people made mistakes out there. People are making mistakes every day, and that's how we learn. But this trolling needs to stop. And by the way, blame it on you. Okay? We know tumekula fare zenyu, Kenyan men. We know tumewanyima whatever tumewanyima. Not me, but my sisters and aunties and cousins and all that. Umenyimwa kama umenyimwa nyimika. So you don't need to put us all in one like basket, because we do not fit in there, all of us. Some of us ladies are like too classy to be dealing with some Russian guys. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm not saying Russian guys are bad. Like percentage of you guys are out there making content, and you know everyone wants to like profit from everything that's trending. Anything and everything that's trending, we need to put all our efforts in order to gain subscribers, gain views, because some of us, that's the only way we survive. Without this whole BS, we cannot survive, we cannot pay our bills. So I do understand, but on the other hand, whatever happens in Kenya needs to remain in Kenya. We need to stop letting like a tiny mini guy from Russia divide us as Kenyans. The last time I checked, I saw someone from Uganda actually talking about us Kenyan ladies. Like people from Batokeland is now talking about us Kenyans. Our Tanzanian brothers and sisters, some of you, I saw this, you're sending some condolences. Like maombi. Mnatuma rambi za maombi because of whatever is happening. But we do not need any pity party, whatever. Okay? We Kenyan ladies are strong enough to stand on our own. And like I said, it is what it is. It happened. It is happening every day, even as we speak now, like days after the videos were posted. Things are happening every day, not only in Kenya, but also in other countries, you know, US, in Arabian countries, Europe, wherever, Australia. Things of this kind of nonsense sort of are actually happening day in, day out. So what I want to say is, at first I actually thought this was like kind of a political stunt, because nobody from politics was actually defending the Kenyan women. Nobody was talking about it, you know. Like everybody was quiet about it, and only the bloggers and vloggers were actually talking about this. They spread everything, the news and all that. And I was like, wait a minute, in Ghana, I guess this guy did the same shit, and the government actually came out to actually go ahead and look for this guy. Why isn't the Kenyan government doing the same? And I was like, these people are actually trying to divide Kenyans, you know, to abstract Kenyans, because now we are in February 2026. 2027 is not that far. It's actually a few months to elections in Kenya. And I was like, someone out there is trying to play clever, to play with Kenyans' minds, you know. The last time I checked, we Kenyans stood for each other. We Kenyans were like one country, one people. And now comes this tiny little boy from Russia and he's trying to distract your minds. Okay? You need to think twice, guys. You need to think twice. So today I watched the news and there was this Muthongo Waroiro, or whichever name he called himself. That's what he called himself, Muthongo Waroiro. Okay? He actually spoke to people and was like, do not let yourself get distracted from, like, you know, that white skin. Do not let it distract you. And this guy, mind you, he's a null. I don't want to mention the name, but he called himself Muthongo Waroiro. You guys comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. And then there was this other lady who actually also in charge of, what is it? I think her name is Cheptumo, Minister of Gender. What the fuck is Minister of Gender? I've never heard about it. Maybe it's because I live in another country, not in Kenya. But what is Minister of Gender, guys? What is this lady doing, and her other members who are actually in that ministry? What are they doing? Like, I don't understand. I see a lot of women going through shit in Kenya. A lot of women going through hell in Kenya. Like, where has this minister been? Like, Ministry of Gender. Are you guys like joking? Like, is this serious? So this lady actually spoke, and Muthongo Waroiro also spoke, and they were actually kind of, you know, doing that undercover thing, like, you guys, you're protecting you, you know, we're on your side, these guys need to be arrested. Arrested where? Can you like shut the F up? So the last time I checked, people said this guy was actually arrested, like the sister or the girlfriend set him up. A lot of fake news out there. So the sister or the girlfriend set him up and he's been arrested in Japan. Which Japan? So which Russian guy is Kenyan? Is the Kenyan government, these two ministers, looking for? Where are they looking? Where exactly are they looking for? Like, what I'm talking about, me, I don't get it. One person says he got arrested in Japan. The next thing you hear, the Kenyan government is looking for him. For what reason? He was in the middle of a church where he actually got women. He went out there in the streets, on the streets, whatever. He's been doing this. The Kenyan government, if it wants to, they have every detail of someone who is coming into Kenya and someone who is going out of Kenya. So these people are trying to like call you guys like mjinga or kind of something like that, because if they want to arrest this guy, they would have done it years back. Okay, so they're just trying to calm you down, like, no, tukona nyinyi, you need to calm down, the government is there for you and all that stuff. So the second thing that we actually heard is that this guy is HIV positive. Like, whoever found out that this guy is HIV positive? Doctors out there on YouTube, doctors out there on TikTok, doctors out here on Instagram, Facebook. Mlitoa hii habari wapi? Do you guys have like information, real information? Because the last time I checked, as a nurse, you are supposed to be confidential when it comes to information about a patient, unless it's a very big topic and drama and all that, where the media needs to know a lot of details. But on the other side, patients' medical information needs to remain private and confidential. So whoever came up with all these stories that this guy is HIV positive, mlitoa hii ujinga wapi? Mlitoa hizi details wapi? Does anyone out there has like the whole information about this guy, like his HIV status? You know, as much as we want to get this guy arrested and you know, prosecuted and all that, this guy can also turn against us for actually spreading false information. Like akikuja sahi hapa akuulize, where did you get the information that I'm HIV positive? Utasema nini? Like, where are you going to get the information? You know, Edgar Obare said this, you know, this blogger said that. And you believed him, and now you're spreading the lies, you know? Kila mtu na lawyer wake. Please be very careful when it comes to spreading some kind of sensitive information about people. So next information ilikuwa gani? So guys, I forgot we are cooking. So guys, we're making nyama choma, ugali and kachumbari. So I'm going to go ahead and start preparing the kachumbari as I continue talking to you, because this is a heated debate. This is a heated matter, like what? So guys, make sure you check that out on my cooking channel, which is Kenyan Cooking Abroad. Do not forget to subscribe over there, okay, for more videos. So the next misinformation that people have actually been spreading is that one of the ladies actually herself, you know, at her Risambo apartment, whichever. I don't know if this is true. If anybody has like positive, like not rumors, information concerning this lady, please let us know, because people have been saying this lady, like one day after this guy like spread all these videos on social media, or like after everything like blew up on social media, the next day we actually had stories that a lady in Roysambo had actually unlived herself, because the day after meeting this guy, she kind of went to like do a HIV screening and found out she was positive, and she actually ended up unliving herself, like not one but two ladies, according to videos, the vloggers. Is this even true? Because where did you get this information, guys? Like, where did you know from that this guy is like HIV positive? Like, why would you actually go out there and start getting yourself tested? So you're out here dating someone or having a one-night stand with someone without protection, and the next thing you think of is doing a test, HIV test. Like, why not use protection before? Like, everything here is not adding up, guys. It's all about vlogging and blogging, and who is like the fastest, who has like the best information, who has like the best gossip about this Russian guy, because it's Russian and we need to trend, you know? Kenyans with trending. Well, my sisters out there, I'm going to tell you one thing. Some of these guys are actually very kind and you know, all that, but because they need to trend, that's why they are spreading all these misinformations. But at the end of the day, you need to know, whatever you talk about, people are getting hurt. People actually you know, like take information into them and work that out differently. Like, if you call me like something like a bad name, the way I'm going to react is not the same way my sister is going to react. You know, people are very different, and people need to know that as well. If you're out here criticizing people, calling people names, you need to know not everyone is like the same, especially when it comes to co-workers. You know, you can joke with me about my skin color and all that, about my origin, about whatever, my grandparents and all that, but just know at the end of the day, not everybody is out here like taking information just like you expect. People are different. So if it's true, it happened to these ladies who they are saying they unlived themselves, which I don't think it happened. This is sad, but on the other hand, as a nurse, I know like you cannot get infected today with HIV and then test positive tomorrow. Like, that's impossible. Like, not even your food reaches every part of your body the next minute, you know. Your body needs to work, like it needs to process the information it's getting from outside. So do not bring all these false informations. I know this has like been trending with HIV positive, the guy is sick and all that, because you know such things sell better than when you say this guy is like a pastor and all that, you know. So whatever the case, guys, we need to stop trolling each other. And then after I saw this video, you know, I was like, Russia has actually decided to finish us Africans, or basically Kenyans, from right, left, center. You know, back in their country, they do have our brothers fighting against Ukraine. Is this guy even Russian, guys? One important thing that we all need to ask ourselves: why is this guy in Kenya and not in Russia as a military fighting for his country? We know that Russia at the moment is going through hell, you know. Every country in Europe, in the US is actually against Russia. If you live in Africa, maybe mko kwa giza, I don't know. But me, I live in Germany. Like, Ukraine is like next door, almost. Russia, you know, not that far. So we have all these informations about what's going on between Russia and Ukraine and Europe and all other parts of the world, you know. So these guys are actually going through hell. They do not have enough soldiers, the Russians. They actually recruiting, like getting soldiers from North Korea. They do have soldiers, or they had a lot of soldiers who actually, most of them actually lost their lives, sadly. We also have them having like people from Africa, a lot of African countries going to fight in these countries. Not because they are willingly going to fight for Russia against Ukraine, but because these people do not have enough soldiers. These people are actually going out there and kidnapping people on the streets. The Ukraine soldiers as well, they actually go out there, capture and you know, kidnap men who are in that fighting age, who are over 18, if you look healthy and all that. They actually kidnap you and they send you to these war lines, war countries. If you live in Europe, you are aware of what is happening all over Russia, Ukraine, all of that. So back to our Kenyan Russian guy topic. Why is this guy not in the military in his own country? Why is he out here spreading like women's legs in Ghana, in Kenya? Like, does he has nothing to do in his own country? Why is he traveling all over, you know? But at the end of the day, when I think about the whole Epstein files and all that, I'm like, the whole world is fucked up. Excuse me for saying that, but the whole world This guy is the one innocent maybe guy who actually decided to make, you know, some cash, like some living out of his filming and selling the videos. And there are guys out there who are actually worse than him, who are actually doing worse things than him. Maybe this is just a young innocent guy, like I said, who just wanted to have fun. And like I said in the beginning, it could also be a political motivated point, whatever is happening. Nowadays you can't trust anybody, not even your neighbor, your brother, your sister. You can't trust anyone nowadays. 2026, trust nobody, not even yourself. So like I'm saying, these things are happening all over the world every day, 24/7. And I'm so thankful because this guy actually decided, oh my goodness, the onions. Oh. I'm so grateful because this guy actually decided to show us what he's doing. Because out there, there are people who are doing the same things or maybe worse, and they're not videographing anything, you know, or maybe they're doing that but undercover and they're not posting that, they're not selling the videos. We're going to know about it maybe in 10 years, you know, Epstein files, hashtag. This guy did a good job. He opened people's eyes. So next time you are out there talking to someone, whether it's a white or a black guy or lady, make sure to check out for any filming gadgets, especially if you're getting involved in some dangerous business, not only sexual business, sorry to say that, but there are things that you actually want to do with people, like business wise, like drugs, I don't know, or maybe human trafficking, I don't know. But you do not know that the person who is sitting next to you, who is sitting next to you, is actually filming whatever you're talking about. And if you are out there thinking, oh, I need to look for people wearing black glasses, you foolish person. You need to look out for everything where people can hide cameras. Especially the pen, like the writing pen, they can put them on their shirt and they're filming you. They can put anything anywhere and they're filming you. So just be you. Just be you. Unless you want to trend, unless you want to be caught. Yeah? So just look at these women ranting and see how sorry they are in Kenya. But I think we should blame the Kenyan men, because Kenyan men, if you took good care of your women back in Kenya, I don't think they will be in this situation. Because why would I want to deal with a Russian guy when my man is actually treating me right? But on the other hand, I heard some people saying some of these women actually have good boyfriends with money and they have been kept quite nicely and they have this and all that, but still, because they have seen this white skin, that's what is motivating them. So it has nothing to do with poverty, if that's what you're thinking. You know, it possibly has something to do with character and nastiness. You know, what I can't get is like the best. You know, everybody wants to go to Europe, so I want to go to Europe because life there is perfect. You know, the conditions are very hard and difficult. It must be very paradise-like out there. So this is like the same situation these women actually got themselves into. And I do not want to blame the women in Kenya. I do not want to blame the Russian guy as well. Blame whoever you want to blame. As for me, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not judging anyone because everybody has his or her own situation. Some of us want to trend, some of us want to make it in life, some of us want Russian passports, some of us want German passports, American passports. And if we talk about, if we start talking about these things that are happening actually worldwide, you're going to get surprised at how many people, as we talk now, today is whatever, midweek, okay? There are so many people in these suburbs, in these big, lush, luxurious areas like Kileleshwa, Westlands, whatever. There are so many people who are actually going through a lot of things, not only women but also men. People are actually getting abused on daily basis just because someone is paying. A foreigner, maybe a white person, I don't know, or a black person, you know, whatever. But there's so many people getting abused. If you look into Mombasa, Malindi, you know, the coast part of Kenya, there's so many white people, Italians, Germans. There's so many foreigners who actually come to Kenya to exploit children. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. I don't even know if I want to talk about this. I'm glad this guy did whatever he was doing with people who looked like, you know, overage, like over 18. There are people out there who are doing things with people who are underage, which is like the worst thing you can ever watch and experience as a kid, as a child. But it's happening every day, even now as we are talking. There are kids, there are people underage who are getting exploited from foreigners, by foreigners. They're being sold by their parents, by their loved ones for money, and nobody is talking about it. They're filming all this, they're selling these videos, or they're keeping the videos to themselves, but they're exploiting the children. So this guy, whatever he did, I'm thankful he did it and he showed us. Like overage people, he was whatever he was doing. And one thing we need to be thankful for, guys, is that we should be thankful that this guy was not a serial, because just imagine how many women will be gone by now. Like, I'm so thankful that this guy actually decided to film them, like dance with them and do whatever he was doing with them. And just imagine if he decided to. And I'm hoping that this video or videos are not attracting more prey into Kenya. You know, like, you know, monsters into Kenya, because Kenya has become like the capital city of Africa. Everybody wants to move into Kenya. Everybody wants to visit this country. And not everybody comes into Kenya with good intentions, if I may say that. There are people out there with bad intentions. But like I said, all in all, I hope these women like find peace in their lives. Like, I hope they change. And as women, as you African women, especially Kenyan women, do not let poverty, like, I'm not going to talk for yourself, you know, because I do not know what you're going through. You could be going through shit and all that, and you're going to take anything that comes for your good, for your benefit, for your survival, everything. Everybody is looking for a way to like get out of Kenya. Most people, not everybody. Some people are actually comfortable living in Kenya. Mainaka Geni, Jeff Koinange. But I'm saying this is not a laughing matter. I'm saying that most people actually, people who live below poverty line, or who live in poverty or born in poverty, or do struggle to live like from day to day life, most of these people are actually trying to get out of Kenya. You know, they're looking for ways, whichever way it is, they're going to get out. Have you guys seen these people like going through the sea, the Middle Sea and all that, through North Africa? They want to go to Europe and all that. It's like the most dramatic ideas that people can have, but it's all that they have. You know, like I said, I cannot talk for people who are struggling at the moment. I can only talk for myself. You know, if you're in that position to actually upgrade yourself, like there's this lady with the blonde braids who actually said, oh, this guy, you know, he paid the most expensive flight or plane, whatever she was calling it, and Airbnb, and he made me cancel the flight. And she was saying this guy had money and they actually had a very good time and all that. And I'm like, if you're in that position of going from Korogosho, from Babadogo, from Dandora, from, I don't know, Githurai, I don't know, Kayole, slums, Kibera, whatever, slums, Kangemi, I don't know. But if you're in that position to get out of Kino Kiambu, like just shower, like look pretty, not pretty vishy, but pretty, like dress nicely and go out, like normalize going out to nice places. You do not have to have money. You can actually take a boda, dress nicely, shower, dress nicely, do your hair, do your nails, wherever. Take a boda and go to a nice place, maybe Sarit Center, you know, any other nice place, Karen, I don't know. Just go out there and try and shock your poverty, like shtua hiyo shida yako, at least that hii shida isikuzoea sana, cause kuna venye mashida zimekuzoea. So try to scare these problems away. And you don't have to actually eat anything or buy anything expensive in these expensive places. Like just go there, be calm, collected. Do not talk to Russians, I'm joking, but just go out there, like experience what other people are experiencing. Just have a look at people. Like go to these expensive estates and, you know, uzoeane na wazungu, uzoeane na white skin, uzoeane na foreigners. Because kama umekaa tu, for example, and you're seeing a white guy and you're getting things are bad. Things are bad. You need to get out there. Like as for me, living in Germany, for me, I've lived in Europe, in Germany, and you won't believe this, but there are some white people, like some Germans here. I cannot take any bullshit from them. You know? You tell me this, I tell you that. You tell me that, I tell you this. Like, hell no. I'm not going to let myself get degraded because I'm black and you're white. No. As a matter of fact, tutachapana, tutapigana. Respect me, I respect you. So know how to set your boundaries, even when someone is white, you know. So hii mambo ya kuogopa Russia, kudate Russia, whatever, I'm not saying it's bad, but it is what it is. It needs to stop. And you Kenyan men, please, you need to stop trolling the Kenyan ladies. Enough is enough. We know we made a mistake. You guys went to Russia as soldiers. Nobody trolled you. Actually, we supported you and your fallen brothers as well. I'm sorry to the families that actually had to experience bad things concerning their family members. But I'm saying we stood with you, brothers, and now it's time to stand with you, with us, your Kenyan sisters. Whatever happens in Kenya stays in Kenya. Do not let anybody come between you and us. You know, like sisi kwa sisi, like Enrico Mondi says, do not let anybody mistreat your Kenyan sisters, you know, or your African sisters in that case, but Kenyan sisters most of all, you know. Like, you can make your content, but at the end of the day, just know whatever you're saying, whatever you're doing, you're hurting people out there. There are kids who actually watch this happen to their aunties, to their moms, to their sisters, and they're going to be traumatized forever, guys. It's not good, but it is what it is. It happened, but I hope that we as a country have a lesson to learn. We've learned. Hatutarudia hiyo makosa. Pia tutaendelea kukula, kunyimwa mtaendelea kunyimwa. So you need to get used to that, because there is no way you're going to troll me because a Russian guy alikuja nikampea, so you now also want whatever. No, like you need to get some used to some things, you know. Utamu wa mapenzi ni kunyimwa. Wahenga hawakusema hivyo, lakini mimi nimesema. Anyway guys, I need to stop talking to you because I think it's been like the longest video I've done the last time. My kachumbari is done, by the way. My nyama choma is in the making. I still need to make ugali, or maybe what is it called? Mokimo. But kachumbari looks good. I need to put this in the fridge and then let that all those sweet zimarinate, ziguzan. Spicy. So good. So like I said guys, subscribe if you haven't. Sorry for making such a long video, but I had to. Subscribe, share my videos. Stay tuned to other videos, to more videos. Check out my cooking channel, and tutaendelea kupika, and I'm going to see you guys, I guess, tomorrow, hopefully. Bye. So bye guys, good night.